Hey guys, this is Zach Cummings, UFC welterweight, middleweight, and light heavyweight. Check out Hung Overhand Right.
Welcome back to Hung Overhand Right. Today we are talking about UFC matchups between Wednesday, January 10th, and today, which is Wednesday, January 17th. My name's Jonathan. That's Chad. That's Dylan. And guys, there's been some good matchups, some big ones announced since last Wednesday.
Definitely.
Lots of UFC 300. So, like we did last week, we're going to go through the less important ones, kind of rapid fire. If we got something to say, we'll stop at and say what we think about it. But we got the big ones saved for the end, so let's get into it. You guys ready? All right. Cory McKenna versus Jaqueline Amorim added to an Apex card in Vegas. Really the only notable thing here is Cory McKenna is like 24 years old, and she's already 3-1 in the UFC. She beat Vanessa Demopoulos on the Contender Series, so I think the UFC may think they have something here with her, and so we'll see. We'll see how she does. Mohammad Yahya, the UAE Warrior versus Brandon Marotte, both are 0-1 in the UFC, and that's in UFC Saudi Arabia. The thing is, I want to add real quick that didn't UFC Saudi Arabia get canceled or postponed?
I heard there was like rumors of like them not liking the card. It wasn't as big as the Saudis not wanting or not happy with the amount of names on the card. So there was, I don't know if it actually got canceled or there was rumors of them threatening to cancel it, pull funding, all that shit, because
I think
there wasn't enough big names.
I think it did get canceled because this fight, the fight I just mentioned, was announced 6 days ago, and as of right now, that card on March 2nd is in Vegas at the Apex. So, all these UFC Saudi Arabia fights, which we'll talk about, are now at the Apex.
I like that
Vegas,
better.
I guess.
Stay the fuck away from those guys. That's just one step closer to them just buying everything.
Yeah, that's true. It sucks for Mohammad Yahya because he's from Dubai, I believe. But UFC.
Yeah, they're trying to, they want the big names and stuff like that. I get it, but how are they supposed to put this $299 and $300 together?
Yeah, and to your point, here's some of the names on that card as of right now: Alex Perez versus Muhammad Mokaev, Rosenstruck versus Gatziev, Eric Anders, Jamie Pickett, Joel Alvarez, Ludovic Klein, and then Javid Basharat. So
massive.
Which I don't. That event wasn't supposed to be a pay-per-view anyways, but that's not great right now.
No,
there's not. There's barely a main event on that. I don't. Maybe you could do Perez and Mokaev.
I can't believe they actually pulled the plug on it. That's pretty wild, though.
Yeah, I wish I knew the details, but I don't. So, and
you got that kind of money, you can do whatever you want.
Okay, I guess we'll just have it at our own private facility and.
Yeah. You can do that for sure, but I'm sure that I don't think that relationship's tied or I should say severed.
No.
There's a lot of money there, and when people are throwing billions of dollars in your face or waving it around, it probably gets you to say yes a little bit more than you're normally apt to.
Yeah, they're super tight with the people over there in Dubai and the UAE. The UFC is, I'm saying. So I'm sure they said, hey, sorry, okay, we'll bring you another card down the road that's bigger. And they, at this point, they do like 1 or 2 pay-per-views a year there anyways. So I'm sure it's all good. They just probably couldn't get the big names to be ready on March 2nd. So, anyways, that fight is in Vegas now. Let's move on. This is a good one. Thiago Moisés, Brad Riddell, UFC Vegas 87. I mean, both these guys have been around for quite a while. Thiago Moisés, this dude, I mean, he's fought everybody. Not everybody, but big names. I mean, he's fought. Obviously, he got ground and pounded by Benoit Saint Denis his last time, but he's fought Islam, Alex Hernandez, Bobby Green, Michael Johnson, Damir Ismagulov, Beneil Dariush, and Jason Knight back in 2015. And so and then obviously Brad Riddell is a little bit older kickboxer. But Riddell's lost 3 in a row to Fiziev, Jalen Turner, and Renato Moicano. So, I mean, this is whoever loses this is going to be in some trouble potentially.
I think so. Maybe I don't know. I think it'll be a little bit of a fun one. I don't know. Moisés is. I don't know. Sometimes he just the way he shows up, just he's either like on track and he's making a hell of a fight, or he's getting finished, or he's tired, or something. That's why I think Riddell's going to get turned around on this fight.
Think so?
I think so.
It's a tough one. I don't know. Moisés is kind of. It seems like doubt can start to creep into his head. I mean, he's tough either way. I mean, Benoit beat the shit out of him for too long, probably. But
yeah, let's just get that guy.
I think he's not necessarily a quitter, but I do think sometimes when it's not going good for him, he's not gonna be able to turn it around. I mean,
yeah.
So that's a fun one though. They should bang it out unless Moisés goes to the grappling, which is possible, I guess. The smile killer, Perez Ziam versus Claudio Puelles. Ziam coming off of that decision win over Jai Herbert that really surprised me. Puelles, this dude had that embarrassing fucking Eminari roll fest against Dan Hooker, and that was all the way back in November of 22, and hadn't fought since. So,
yeah, I think this is going to be I just think it's going to be a real big shit show. And meaning Puelles is going to get his ass beat.
Think so?
Yeah.
God, that was 2 years ago too. That's pretty fucking wild.
Yeah. I mean, Ziam's a good striker. He's not necessarily devastating with the, as far as knockouts and stuff, but I mean, he outstruck Jai Herbert.
Yeah. No, I think Ziam's gonna beat some ass. Yeah. I mean, obviously Puelles is dangerous on the ground and everything, but I think we're gonna see a lot of the hop to guard, pull to guard, scooting. And I don't know. If you're doing that, you're not comfortable at all on the feet. I mean, you don't want it. You're terrified of it. You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I get wanting to bring somebody into your realm, but the good fighters do what I just said. Just bring them to their realm. Get them to make mistakes and get into the realm, not just fall down and hope the other guy jumps on top of you.
He had Dan Hooker right where he wanted him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of. Go ahead. I mean, it kind of seems like what happens to a lot of these really good jiu-jitsu guys is they just don't have a wrestling game. Like,
dude, Ryan Hall was really the only guy that somewhat made that work.
Yeah, and somewhat the key word because
right. He did it better than most of them, I would say, up to this point.
Yeah, I mean, Puelles, he's still, I didn't write down, but he's still pretty young, I believe. And obviously, 2-year layoff. Ideally, he's going to come back way better, but 27. So, I mean, should still be getting better, but I just don't know what kind of high-level training you're getting out there in Peru. So,
I hope he comes out and he's just an absolute destroyer on the feet.
I mean, that'd be cool.
That'd be insane. What a turnaround. but I don't see it happening.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Dan's much different than Ziam, but I still think Ziam's pretty sharp with the striking.
Like he went back to Peru, and the plot of the movie Kickboxer happened to him in real life.
Really?
His brother goes to Thailand, gets paralyzed by a kickboxer, Muay Thai guy, and that fuels the fire for him to be a good kickboxer.
God.
And he just starts fucking kicking everybody in the head.
I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it, but hopefully his brother's fine. But
yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of still mad at Ziam for the Jai Herbert one, so I hope Puelles like knocks the shit out of him or breaks his arm or something. But I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Dylan, here you go. Chidi Njokuani versus Rhys, McKee, UFC Atlantic City. Chidi, 3 straight losses. Ground and pound against G-Rod, split decision versus Duraev, and then ground and pound in the first round against Oleg Zaychuk. Luckily for him, though, Dylan, Rhys McKee is 0-3 in the UFC, and this is his second stint in the UFC.
Yeah, I was going to say, I knew he had a pretty shady run so far, too, on the second go-around. Maybe it's a good bounce-back opponent for Chidi to keep the ball rolling, because he's kind of old.
Yeah, he's like 35, isn't he?
Yeah, kind of old.
Yeah.
I do, though. I like watching him fight a lot.
Well, no, he's fun to watch. I think he gets it done.
Yeah. I mean, Rhys McKee, 10 of his 13 wins are KO TKO. So, I mean, he wants to strike, and obviously that's Chidi's wheelhouse.
Does this say welterweight?
Is it a welterweight?
It says WW bout.
Wow. Well,
dude, Chidi's fought at 85 every fight up until this, I thought.
Right.
Dude, he's fucking huge. How is he make 70?
I know he's big, but have they all been at 85? Yeah.
I thought
85, 85, 85. All 3 losses at least have been at 85.
Where the fuck is he going to lose an extra 15 pounds from?
Yeah, that makes me a little less confident, I believe.
In Chidi?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really, at roughly 35 years old, how old is he?
He's 35, yeah.
That's quite the time to decide to change up weight classes and maybe think that'll help at that point in his career.
Now,
I believe in him.
Yeah. I do too. I still like him in this fight, but goddamn, dude.
Well,
oh yeah, I mean, it definitely doesn't help. I don't think, but
is that right? It's actually welterweight.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The thing is, he used to fight at welterweight. I'm looking through his record. I mean,
but in his fucking probably early mid-20s though.
Yeah, like 2015, and then in like 2016 in Bellator, he did a welterweight fight, and then he did a catchweight at 175. Catchweight at 180 against Gallard, catchweight at 175, and in middleweight. So, like, based off of that, it sounds like he probably had some issues making weight,
right,
or was kind of worried about it all the way back in 2016.
Yeah, dude. Unless he's just got like a nutritionist and like everything down to a fucking percentage of a percent and fucking everything's dialed in perfectly. I don't know. That seems kind of weird.
Well, clearly, I mean, this is a little bit of a desperation move because he's lost 3 in a row. So he's 35. He probably knows, like, I got to change something here and get back on track. I don't know. He should win, but that worries me a little bit.
He'd be sucking some weight because he's tall too.
Yeah, 6'3". Rhys McKee, I think, is pretty tall too. 6'2". So they're both tall dudes.
Yeah, I think Chidi gets it done. Still, I think he knocks him out.
I want Chidi's. He can be a little low volume for me sometimes. Like, kind of lets the fight slip away. So hopefully I don't know. Hopefully he's not worried about like, damn, will I get tired because of the weight cut, and hopefully he kind of lets it go a little bit. But
All right.
Let's move on. Javid Basharat, the brother of the other Basharat, what's his name? Can't remember now. But he fought this past weekend versus Aiemann Zahabi. This was also supposed to be in UFC Saudi Arabia, so obviously moved over to Vegas now. The Basharat brothers are gnarly. I mean, 14-0 for Javid, 5 KO, TKO, 6 subs, 3 decisions, 3-0 in the UFC. And in Aiemann Zahabi, obviously Faraz Zahabi's brother, 3 straight wins at this point, but against names like Draco Rodriguez, Ricky Tercios, and Aori Keelang, none of which are to the level of a Basharat brother.
Right.
It's just, I don't know, like the last, well, I know I'm slipping on his name too. The one we just watched this past weekend, I mean, he wasn't like just overwhelmingly, at first, at least the first 2 rounds, he wasn't just absolutely overwhelming the guy. And then obviously 3rd round, it started getting.
His name's Farid. And Farid and Javid.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, maybe we'd be surprised. I think as they're getting more and more, obviously they start at one level and they're trying to raise them up a little bit, pad their records.
Is he? I would assume he's outside the top 15. Basharat.
Yeah, I think they both are.
At 3-0 in the UFC, and he's still not.
Yeah, I mean it's been kind of like a slow build though. It's
right.
Yeah.
What's
that's why I think we might get a little surprised on he might start slow or something like his brother, or he comes out and lights this guy on fire. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I mean,
I hope he doesn't. Dude, he'll get arrested.
Yeah, I mean, Basharat should win this. The UFC probably wants him to win it. So
yeah,
that's where I'm leaning. All right, couple of the old fellers. Muslim Salikov versus Randy Brown. Salikov is like 39. He's like the king of kung fu. But Randy Brown, like this dude, I knew he'd been in the UFC for a long time, but he's 11-5 in the UFC.
God, dude, I would have never guessed that.
He has wins against Mickey Gall, Brian Barberena, Alex Oliveira, Chaos Williams, Francisco Trinaldo, and he's lost to Bilal, Nico Price, Luque, and Jack Della. So he's been in there with some good dudes.
Mm-hmm.
How old is he?
Randy Brown, I think he's like 33. Salikov, I mean, he's coming off a loss to Dalby, which Dalby's kind of the ageless wonder at this point. But
yeah.
I kind of like Randy here.
I do too.
I'm on the same boat. I think Randy's been in there with some dogs.
Yeah.
And I think he's got more of the dog in him himself.
I did not see this next one. Sorry, I jumped ahead.
You didn't see this one?
No.
This is your boy.
I know. I'm not sure how I feel about it, though.
This is your boy and a guy that I don't like. Alexander Hernandez versus Damon Jackson, added to UFC Vegas 89. Man. This is a tough one. I mean, Hernandez, I don't believe in him at all, but Damon Jackson's not on a great run right now.
He's not, and Alex can crack when he wants to.
Yeah.
Yep. That's why I think Alex is going to get it done.
I mean, Damon obviously got knocked out by Ige, and then he lost a decision to Billy Q. And Hernandez, but he's lost 3 of his last 4.
Yeah, no, He hasn't been a good run for him. But
that fight with Billy Q from Damon was really close, though, if I remember right. I think it was a good ass fight.
I think Billy just kind of took over the end of the fight.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the clear physicality advantage is Hernandez, but will Damon be crafty enough?
He's tough as nails too, man. He's fucking tough. Yeah. I mean, everyone goes to the flying knee fucking knockout where he just plants the mat, but
fluke.
Kind of fluky. He's tough. I think he'll he may make it a better fight than what we think. I don't want to pick a winner yet.
I mean, if it gets to the third round and Hernandez is starting to breathe heavy, like, yeah,
I like Damon the longer it goes on.
Yeah, I mean, definitely from what we've seen. So I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna go that long. I just feel I feel it in my bones.
I think
I'll bet.
What?
I'll bet you on it.
You'll bet me what?
On this fight.
Well, how much?
Well, how much you got?
I've got
a fucking chair
Starts
in the
looking
corner.
it's a couple my son's Monopoly money and
Deal. Lock it in.
I got a whole bank here.
No, that should be that really should be a good fight though. Either way, whoever wins, I think it'll be a good one.
Last thing is on this is like Hernandez. It just seems to be up here with him. It's always been up here.
Yeah,
agreed.
So, all right, next Julio Arce versus Herbert Burns out of UFC Atlantic City. Herbert, obviously the younger brother of Gilbert, but
how are those two related?
I know they don't. Looking at him, you wouldn't really notice, honestly.
No,
I mean this is the ultimate like boxer, pure boxer, basically versus pure guy. And I don't believe in Herbert Burns whatsoever. So,
and judging by his picture, he is the smaller brother by what is that? How many pounds would that be? Featherweight to Gilbert. 25?
25, yeah.
His head looks twice the size of Gilbert.
Yeah, I mean,
I got Arce in this one too.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm with John. I don't think I don't have a whole lot of faith in
Herbert also, and he hadn't fought since July of 22. So, and he's been finished twice in a row. So,
I can't get over how that guy looks right now, to be honest.
He's always looked like that.
He kind of looks like over him a little bit.
Yeah. You know what his nickname is? Let me. I want to get this right first. I think I know what it is, but I want to make sure. The Blaze.
The Blaze.
The Blaze Burns.
Nice. I've heard worse.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad. It's just like it's not indicative of his performances at all. Like he's usually the one that gets fucking lit on fire. So
he gets blazed.
Yeah. All right, Trey Ogden, the Missouri guy, versus Kurt Holloway.
Oh, I kind of like that.
Ogden, I didn't know this till I was taking notes earlier. He has 0 KO wins.
Like ever?
Ever. He has 11 subs, 5 decisions.
Damn, 11 subs?
Yeah. Now, Holloway is like, or Holloway. I mean,
I like
I mean, I do too, but third stint in the UFC, he's 1-4, just cannot. Now, he fought some tough dudes back in the day, but he just, with the bright lights, he just hasn't seemed to been able to figure it out.
Who did he fight in the finale? Help me out for a second.
Austin Hubbard.
Yeah.
And
he triangle choked him.
He triangled Hubbard?
Yeah.
Why am I not remembering that? Because I know I watched that.
Yeah, we were. It's one of the pods we did.
Yeah.
I think we were podding like during it, so we weren't really.
Was that the?
We were doing something.
Was that the Easy Pereira fight?
It was.
Is that the first fight?
No, Sean and Aljo.
And Aljo. Okay, that's what it was.
Throughout that whole tough season, dude, he kind of impressed me the whole time.
No, he's pretty well rounded. Like he can bang and he can get on the ground and sub you real fast.
I'm a little worried about Trey Ogden here.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of like Kurt too.
I mean Trey's a good grappler, obviously, but I don't know. I just think Kurt just brings it a little more. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's a close one, but yeah. All right, you ready to move on?
Yeah, I think that'll be a fun one either way.
Yeah, it will be. We're going to skip a couple of these next ones and save them for the end. Norma Dumont versus Germaine de Randamie, a blast from the past.
Yeah.
Former women's featherweight champ.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean, she hasn't fought since... didn't write that down. Hold on.
I think it's like something in 2020, October or November 2020.
Germaine, the Iron Lady de Randamie. She's 39 years old. Hadn't fought since, October 2020. But she's fought, like, it's actually crazy, her resume, dude. Like, wins versus Larissa Pacheco, Holly Holm, Raquel Pennington, Aspen Ladd, and Juliana Pena. And her only 2 UFC losses are to Amanda Nunes.
Good God.
So,
title run?
39.
Title run?
I don't know about that. I don't know. I like Norma a lot, but Norma's just kind of...
Who beats her?
She's a striker, too, but not as accomplished of a striker, so I'm a little worried about her here.
Yeah.
I'm going with Norma. My girl Norma.
I like Norma. Those tree trunks are hard to beat, you know.
Yeah.
I like her, but I think she gets her ass kicked by the 39-year-old.
I don't think it happened. A 39-year-old with a 3-year layoff. I don't think it happens.
Yeah, I mean, I know she's like a cop in the Netherlands, but I wonder if this is like a money thing or what.
Probably. More than likely.
And it's in the fucking Apex. It's not even like a big card. Like,
yeah,
it's weird. I don't
Let's
know.
go Norma.
It's hard to. This one's tough to really know what you're getting here. So, one thing I do know is that Norma, I like her, but she has not. Her last 3, she has 3 wins in a row, but it's Danielle Wolf, Carol Hossa, Chelsea Chandler, not anywhere close to the striking of Randamie or de Randamie.
Sure.
So,
big step up, but I think she's gonna, rise to the occasion.
I hope you're right.
Norma looks like what's Brian Deegan's kid's name? The son.
Hayden.
She looks like Hayden Deegan.
Okay. I don't.
That's all I can see. She looks like she needs to be ripping around a supercross track right now.
I'm not quite seeing it, but I also can't picture him in my head that easy. So
picture her with like a short hair.
I mean, I'm just picturing Haley Deegan because she looks just like Brian. And I guess I see a little bit with Norma, but I don't know. All right, you got anything else, Dylan?
No, my comparisons are off the fucking hook, though. They don't get as much recognition as they deserve.
I think you need to do one on every single fight we talk about.
Okay. I'll keep it going.
All right, Ignacio Bahamondes, Christos Giagos, UFC Vegas 89. This will be fun. Giagos, another guy that he's fought fucking everybody on the planet.
Yeah.
I mean, Moisés, Sarukian, Jakar Close, Charles Oliveira, Josh Emmett outside the UFC, Chris Wade, Gilbert Burns, Dakota Cochran.
God.
Now, he's lost to like all of them, but...
Damn it, he's fought him.
Yeah. And then Bahamondes is like, I feel like he's got the talent, but he just can't stop getting hit a lot.
Yeah.
He just
and we saw that
takes damage.
Yeah. If he just, bob and weave a little bit, something.
And he's so tall. He's so tall that it's like, I feel like he could use that a lot more than he does.
Yeah, he's I just don't think I don't know. I picked him from his last fight. That didn't go well for me. But I think I'm gonna pick him again.
This is 5'10" versus 6'3", so another big height advantage. Yeah, I don't know. I think I may lean Giagos, but it's tough because he's lost quite a bit too. So.
Yeah, that's a weird one for me to pick as well.
You got any comparisons, Dylan?
I was racking my brain the whole time, but I'm kind of drawing a blank on these two.
Okay, well, just keep. We'll come back to it. Just think about it. Okay. It's really important. So
it is.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna skip that one and that one and that one. We'll come back to those. I mean, this one's not important at all, but Abdul-Kareem Al-Selwady versus Lake Radzhabov. Radzhabov, former PFL guy. Al-Selwady, Contender Series guy.
I got a couple for this next one.
Melissa Dixon versus Nora Cornoli. Both 1-0 in the UFC. That's kind of not much to say here. Is this one you're talking about?
Good luck,
Dylan?
No.
Okay. Nursultan Ruzaboev versus Cedricus Dumas.
We got Hasbullah if he grew up versus 21 Savage.
Yeah. This Ruzaboev guy, I know he's only been in there for like a minute or two or whatever it was, his first fight, but I believe in him a lot because he's fucking 30 years old and he's 35, 8-2.
That's wild.
And
it's insane.
Yeah.
It's
13 KOs and 20 subs.
Now, I will say, dude, what country is he actually from?
Uzbekistan.
That's close enough. Them fights over there, they sandbag them boys like fucking boxers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do. Me and Chad
yeah.
about this like off air one night, but if you go back not to take anything away from Khabib, but if you go back and look at his first 20 fights, damn near all of them are like cans as far as the record goes.
Right.
Oh yeah. It's bad.
I don't know if like a 1-8 guy is better than a 1-8 guy in America, but I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
that's still an impressive ass record though.
Yeah, we'll see, obviously. But like Bruno Ferreira, he just knocked out Phil Hawes, and that's who Rizboev knocked out. So we'll see, obviously, but I just feel like he's also like 6'5", so and he's a striker.
He's a big dude.
Yeah. We'll see. But I don't have a ton of belief in Dumas. I mean, he got subbed by Josh Frim. I mean, he's won 2 since then, but it's been against like Cody Brundage and Abu Azatar. So not, in my opinion, not nearly to the level of Ruzaboev. So.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think this Nursultan guy is he's pretty legit.
Yeah, I don't know if I see it going well for Dumas, although I do love his taste in tattoos.
Yeah, you don't really. I couldn't tell you a UFC guy that's looked like that ever.
No, he's a straight up like SoundCloud rapper from like 8 years ago.
Yeah. All right.
Makes me like him even more.
Yeah, I don't mind him. Sung Woo Choi versus Morgan Charriere, UFC Vegas 89. Sung Woo Choi, Sting. This guy, not the best, but he brings it every time. He's been around for quite a while. But he's lost 3 straight now. I mean, Culibao, Caceres, Trezano, last 3. He had lost 3 straight, and then he got a win finally. But this Charriere guy, he's weird. I mean, he just made his UFC debut in France last year. But he's 19-9-1. And
9-1.
19-9-1.
Right.
He's lost 9 times on the regional scene against a lot of guys I've never heard of, but the guys that he's losing to, a lot of them have really good records. So it's like
I think I like a guy who's fought the toughest regional dudes coming up who may have a salty-ish record, but he's already felt like the bad defeats and you know he's been. Or I kind of like those guys coming up.
Yeah,
and
he's been tested.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and he was also Cage Warriors featherweight champ, and 8 of his 9 losses are decisions. So I mean, he's not getting finished on the regional scene. So
he looks like Kyler Murray.
Yeah. Choi, I mean, I don't know. Choi's, for whatever, he seems to get like emotional in there and like kind of start banging, and it doesn't work for him a whole lot. So I'm rooting for Charrier, but don't have a great lean here.
Yeah, I honestly I don't really know if I have dog in the fight.
No, I don't either.
Just if I am, I'm going with Kyler.
All right.
Damn. I can't think of this rapper's name. I want to say Chance the Rapper, but that's not the guy I'm after.
Juice WRLD.
No, that kinda, a little bit. Juice WRLD and Kyler had a kid, maybe.
Yeah.
That's still not the one I'm thinking of. It'll come to me as soon as we're done with this shit. But
fucking the guy I hate. What's his name?
He's got not a weird name, but not a typical rapper name that I'm thinking of.
There's a guy I can't stand.
He has that real famous music video where he did it with no shirt on the whole time, and he's like dancing all weird and shit.
Childish Gambino?
Yes.
No, I'm thinking
or AKA Donald Glover, or he's Donald Glover, AKA Childish Gambino.
Yeah, he looks like him and Kyler Murray.
Let's move on. Mohammad Usman, Chris Barnett, UFC Vegas 88. Chris Barnett hasn't fought in like 100 years. Literally, September of 22.
I still think he's going to win.
Really?
Yep.
He's definitely going to be more crisp on the feet, comfortable on the feet.
I'm getting Barnett by knockout, dude.
I mean, his last fight.
If he wins, I think that's how he wins for sure.
But
this Usman guy is a tank, a literal tank.
That's about all he offers, though. He's not really.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he's got to be a wrestle, fuck him, and overpower him. But I don't know. I'm kind of leaning Barnett too. Barnett might knock him out. The only thing is the layoff does kind of scare me, and Usman's been active.
I hope Barnett comes back. I haven't seen what he looks like since then, but I hope he comes back just like fucking chiseled.
Chiseled?
Like lean, like 225, just shredded.
For some reason, I don't see that happening. I see him coming back his, pudgy old self.
It's like his gimmick at this point,
I want to see the fat boy front flip after a KO.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, I'm not going with Barnett here. I mean, until I see something that changed my mind, I'm picking Usman because this is 6'2" versus 5'9".
Can we all acknowledge the tough tattoo on Usman's trap?
Yeah, just says tough.
I don't remember it.
Who did that?
It could have been anybody.
I figured a guy like that would get a good tattoo.
Yeah, he did. He won tough, so you'd think he'd get like something cool, like
get something not drawn by a first grader.
The thing is, Usman, he's not the most polished fighter in the world, but he beat Junior Taffa and Jake Collier's last two.
Those are tough fucking guys.
That's what I'm saying. Barnett, he ground and pounded Jake Collier, but that was in September of 2022. So,
right.
Yeah.
I'm leaning Usman.
I'm leaning Barnett, but I'm not writing off Usman because he's tough as shit too.
Yeah, I think smart money probably goes with Usman, but I'm not that smart. I think I'm going with Barnett.
I just wonder what's the layoff been about. Like, what's he had the John Vellante thing, and then he beat Jake Collier, and then he's just gone.
I don't know. I never because I saw a highlight of his popped up on something, and I thought about that. I was like, where the fuck's this guy been?
And he's how old is he? He can't be that young.
Beast boy.
He is 37.
Damn, is he?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Usman, he's actually he's quite a bit younger than that, I think.
Is he?
Not quite a bit. He's probably
34.
34. I was going to say 32.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what we get with Barnett. All right, let's move on. Kennedy and Zetriku versus Ovens St. Preux. Speaking of old guys. This is Dylan. You're a Kennedy guy. What do you got to say here?
Quick knee-jerk reaction. I'm taking Kennedy TKO.
Yeah.
I think he does the same thing.
Everybody in the comments, OSP Von Flu, OSP Von Flu.
Yeah.
I mean, OSP, he hadn't fought since February last year, and his only win in his last 4 fights was against Shogun. So
I was going to say, he's had a rough go as of recent.
he's 40 years old. Now, Kennedy, I think, Dylan, you're going to hate this, but I think we're getting to chinny territory with him.
I know. That's kind of what I'm worried about.
But OSP just
we might.
talk about a guy who doesn't bring it, like just does not put the foot on the gas. Doesn't even look like he cares to be in there.
He did go 5 rounds with John Jones on his first comeback fight.
Oh, really?
Didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, but yeah. John didn't bring it either that night.
Yeah, that was the flattest John Jones we've ever seen, I think. But
or he just was like, I'll just let you hang in here a little bit and
yeah.
spar.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on the whole Chinny Kennedy thing, which sucks, but I don't know if OSP is going to be the guy to test it.
No, I don't think so. I like Kennedy knockout.
Yeah, I think Kennedy gets it done. It's going to knock him out.
All right. So that's where we're going to cut off the well, at the time of this recording, that's all the fights that are announced except for the ones we've saved that are the really important shit. So you guys ready for those?
Yeah.
All right. Moreno versus Royval 2. Now, obviously, this is supposed to be Amir Albazi, Brandon Royval in Mexico. Albazi's out. Chad, do you know off the top of your head what happened with Albazi?
It was a injury to. Dang it! Now it was something. I thought it was something to his rib or something. I could be wrong.
Okay.
He's got a bunch of other ribs. Come on.
Yeah, you don't need them all.
I could have swore it was something to his rib, but now that I say it, I think I'm wrong.
So this is number 1 versus number 3. They already fought once in November of 2020. It was a Moreno win with 1 second left in the first round, shoulder injury and ground and pound. And ultimately, I don't love this for Royval. I mean,
I don't either.
Like,
yeah,
you just lost the title fight and you're jumping in on short notice. And if you lose to Moreno, you're probably just completely done with the belt.
Yeah, for quite some time, more than likely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Moreno's going to get this done.
I'm leaning Moreno as well.
Yeah. I mean, especially
I like Royval a lot, but
especially with Royval short notice.
Yeah, the short notice even tougher.
Which it's in February, so I guess it's not that bad. But I mean, he just got whooped for 5 rounds not too long ago. So
right.
Anything else there?
Nah.
No.
So okay. So does that automatically, if Moreno beats Royval, is he fighting Pantoja now? Because it was supposed to be him and Albazi was supposed to be basically like interim without a belt. Basically.
Who else is there?
Kai's up at 4.
Kai needs a win.
Yeah, I mean it's Pantoja, Moreno, Albazi, Royval, Kai, Nicolau, who completely got fucked by Manel Kopp the other day. Kopp missed weight by 1 million pounds.
Yeah,
and then Kopp right behind him. So I think, especially with that fight not happening last weekend, Kopp and Nicolau, that really improves Royval's chances. I mean, almost seals the deal. I think if he wins, he gets it.
Yeah.
So
I just that whole division. I mean, I think the only thing that was their saving grace is if Kopp and Nicolau actually fought.
Yeah,
and then I could see them shooting one of those guys up, but
especially if it was Kopp, I think if Kopp knocked the shit out of Nicolau, but he blew it again. He's missed weight a bunch of times now. So
idiot.
I don't like him. I didn't like him that much after that press conference in Australia, but I definitely don't like him now.
Yeah,
not a fan.
Same.
All right, one of my favorites, Amanda Ribas versus Thug Rose. The questions have been answered. Will Rose stay up at featherweight or flyweight? Obviously she is because this is a flyweight, but this is tough because obviously Rose fought Figueiredo, fucked her finger up in the first round, and Figueiredo's massive. Amanda's like 5'3".
I told you guys, dude. Figueiredo, I like her, and she fucking took it to Rose, and Rose didn't quite look like you said. She got hurt early, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know if Amanda's gonna have the same effect as Figueiredo did on Rose, but
yeah.
she's tough.
Amanda or Rose?
I mean, they both are, but I was talking about Amanda.
Yeah,
Amanda is tough. She can take a beating for sure.
But I think we get back to Rose being Rose on this fight.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda, I love her, but
Same.
I hate the way she fights, dude. I hate watching her fight. She has the most herky jerky,
Oh yeah,
like weird style, and I mean, she got back on track her last one against Luana Pinheiro. She like wheel kicked her and shit and won.
That was a crazy fight.
Because I thought after that Macy Barber fight that her career would be forever changed. I mean, Macy Barber kicked the shit out of her. But I don't know. I think I like Rose here, honestly.
Yeah, I'm going with Rose too. I think I honestly could see it being like an ass beating. That's what I see it. Yeah. I don't know. I think Rose is going to be too much on the feet for her.
Unless her and Pat have some crazy game plan that they're going to implement perfectly, but no one's going to be able to tell, and she's just going to basically lose on.
Yeah. just sit there.
Yeah.
Although she lost to Figueiredo, Rose, obviously, is who I'm talking about. I feel like I'm fairly confident in her because of the way she fought in that. Like I felt like she didn't let the fight get away from her.
No,
like,
she
hung in there and like kept trying at least.
Right.
So that gives me some confidence that, especially with a girl like Amanda that is fairly hittable, I could see her like getting into a rhythm and really feeling good about how the fight's going and looking good again.
I agree.
All right, let's move on. All right, we got some bangers here. So weird, man. Number 8, bantamweight, Davis and Figueiredo versus unranked Cody Garbrandt.
I did not know Cody was currently unranked.
Let me double check that, but I'm like pretty sure.
And are we considering top 10 to 15 as unranked, or is that we're saying that's ranked as well?
Yeah, 15, top 15's ranked.
Okay.
But I just don't get this fight at all.
It scares me for Cody for sure.
Why can't the UFC just like let him get another win and also let Davison fight somebody in the rankings?
Yeah.
It's weird for Figueiredo to fight down that far.
Yeah.
But it's also, I mean, like I was telling you guys the other day, like Cody's already reached champ status. Like he can't really say no anymore, right?
I mean, I think he can say no.
On the way back up, I mean, it's like, dude, you fought the best of the best, you know?
There's just such a massive difference, in my opinion, between Brian Kelleher and Davison Figueiredo. Like, that's just not the right
agree.
Stepping stones, in my opinion.
This is only Fig's second fight at that weight.
Yeah, and there's an argument to be made that Fig doesn't really deserve to be 8. I mean, he beat the number 8, but that was his only fight at bantamweight. So
I would almost say it's a ballsier fight for Fig, dude.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's riskier as far as rankings.
Yeah. You know, low risk, low reward kind of thing. So
I just don't get it, man. They could have matched. I know the UFC's like, let's just suck whatever we can get out of Cody, and
just suck
the champ versus champ thing. You know, former champ versus former champ. But
yeah,
It's just
I don't
there's so many other fighters in that division.
If you guys told me 2 years ago these two would be fighting, or let me rephrase that.
And Cody would be unranked.
Let's say when Cody was champ, you're going to tell me that he's going to be unranked, fighting Fig, who is ranked higher than him at that weight class. I would ask you what fucking planet you're on.
And it's not. It wouldn't. Back then, you'd be like, "Oh, so they're going to fight at flyweight then?" And you'd be like,
right?
No,
yeah.
Sorry, bantamweight.
Exactly.
I don't know. I want Cody to win this so bad. I do.
I think
Not me.
I want him to win it. I've been a Cody fan. I think he's gotten better. He's getting away from the, just no holds bar. Throw caution to the wind. Fighting.
Still knocking dudes out, though. He's just doing it a little more methodically.
Yeah, he's not just biting on his mouthpiece the whole damn fight. He picks and chooses when he gets into it. He's back to moving his feet better.
Which is weird because when he fought Dom, he didn't really fight that way against Dom.
Yeah, he was moving around. He's dancing. It was a great performance.
But then he kind of like fell in love with the just bang it out kind of tactic for whatever reason.
I feel like against Dom, I mean, Dom, he's not going to make you pay for like missing and make you pay in the sense like he's going to hurt you real bad. So I think Cody just felt like he could just do whatever he wanted in there with Dom. Dom's not going to crack him on the way back and like really hurt him.
Yeah,
Like TJ did and Pedro Munoz and
EPO.
EPO, yeah.
Still love him.
EPO.
Next. Stick in the grass.
Fuck you guys. This next guy that you guys like is going to lose. All right. Tai Tuivasa, Marcin Tybura.
You think Tybura is going to be Ty?
I don't know. It's tough. 8 versus, this says 9 versus 10. I believe it's 8 versus 11 though.
Is Ty 11?
Ty's 8, I think.
Oh, really?
Let me double check that. The poster, this was posted 5 days ago, but the poster says it's 9 versus 10, but I think that's wrong.
Ty needs a fucking win, for God's sake, dude.
He's had a nice little layoff though.
Yeah.
Tybura just got knocked out by Tom Aspinall.
I mean, but Ty's. I know he's fought good guys. I mean, round 3 KO versus Gone. These are losses. 54-second KO loss to Pavlovich, and round 2 Ezekiel choke loss to Volkov. Like good guys, but like kind of ugly ways to lose.
He got absolutely dunked on by Gone too, dude. He got just pieced the fuck up.
I mean, he hurt him. He hurt Gone at one point.
He did, but after that, it was all downhill.
Yeah. Just kick to the body.
Tybura. I just mentioned Dominic Cruz. He can't really hurt you with anything. That's like Tybura is like the heavyweight version of that, in my opinion. Like he's not gonna, especially Ty, who's like punch drunk to the point where you can't really like knock him out very easily. Tybura is not really gonna hit him, I don't think, with anything that Ty's never seen before. Like that's really gonna hurt him.
And that's another reason why I think he's going to win, too.
Yeah, I think Ty gets it done. I think he finishes Tybura.
Where's this fight at again?
That one's UFC Vegas 87. UFC Vegas 87, March 16th at the fucking Apex.
God damn it. We're not even going to get to see a shoey.
He will.
I mean, we might. We probably will.
I mean, if he loses, you won't.
It's not the same with the fucking crowd there.
Yeah. I don't understand why everything's at the Apex still.
Why isn't a fight like that on 300 or something?
Yeah, I mean that's
like put that on a main prelim or something like that.
Ty's still a big enough name that you could do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, definitely. I don't know. Maybe they got some more bigger names. I don't know. In store.
They better be pulling something out of their ass for that card because it ain't doing it for me so far.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about the other additions to it here in a minute, but let's move on to we got just a couple more here. Sean Brady, Vicente Luque, they're going to headline UFC Atlantic City. there's a number 6 versus number 9, Brady being 6, obviously, and Brady's a Philly guy. This is in New Jersey, so this is going to be like a fucking home game for him.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bilal fight, obviously, he got his ass kicked. Sean, that is, came back against Kelvin and just worked Kelvin easily. Yeah. I kind of feel like it's going to be similar here with Luque in the grappling department.
Yeah, I got Sean getting this done. I think he finishes him. I don't know. I feel like the Bilal fight, maybe that Sean just didn't show up. Something was off with him. He's better than that. But
you just
I
hate
just
Bilal.
think I mean, I hate that too, but I also think he just didn't show up.
Yeah, I mean, Bilal, that was like a pretty badass whooping, honestly. Like,
oh yeah, no, he kicked the shit out of him. But I just feel I don't know. He didn't look like Sean. It felt weird. Felt like he just like some people sometimes don't show up, and at night he didn't and got his ass beat.
I mean, I think guys that, which there's not a lot of these guys, I don't think, but guys that could match Sean in the grappling is kind of seems to be his kryptonite a little bit. When he can't get off on that grappling, he kind of freaks out, I think. But I don't think Luque is going to be that guy.
No, I like him against Luque, which sucks because I kind of like Luque.
Yeah. Although, saying all this, Luque last fight kind of put the grappling on RDA. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's tough, but I don't know. I think Sean's in his prime. He's ready to go.
Yeah. Agreed.
Last two, I believe. Let me double check here. Okay, no, we got three more. This one only important because of who pulled out of this fight, which is Tatiana Suarez. She's out versus Amanda Lemos, and Mackenzie Dern is stepping in, and this is at UFC 298.
I'll make this one short and sweet.
Go ahead.
Losing.
Dern.
Yeah.
This reminds me of when we talked about earlier, like with the Royval fight, like Dern jumping in on short notice. It's gonna kill her chances to ever get back up there.
I just can't get over how bad she looked on the feet against
Andrade. It was pitiful.
After looking good on the feet against Angela Hill.
And Rogan's commentary during it just made it that much better.
Yeah,
he said something like it looks like she got worse or something.
She's flailing.
Yeah,
he said that, right? It looks like she's gotten worse.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. He was laying into it like hardcore.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think honestly, it was deserved. It was terrible.
I mean, I was watching just like in disbelief. Like, what is this?
It didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like she was throwing punches like you would see some chick at a bar fight, downtown.
Or like a cardio kickboxing class.
Yeah, I mean,
if that.
Insane.
Didn't she change camps though?
Yeah, I think she fired her striking coach or some shit.
Well, I think Ruka shut down, right?
I can't remember what the case was, but something was different from her last two fights in between those.
I mean, she also got a divorce too, so. But I think Ruka, which was Jason Perillo, that shut down. So now it says she's at a Black House, which is like in LA or LA. But I mean, Black House is a pretty reputable gym too, so it's like, I don't know. I don't think the coaching was the issue, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, how do you just?
I think it was her. It was just her.
I don't know, man. That was weird. She can't come out and do that again. She's going to get another ass whooping.
Oh, not against Lemos.
I think Lemos. I mean, Lemos. She's kind of an elderly old lady now, but
still,
I think skill set wise, she can really hurt Dern on the feet, and I think she can defend the takedowns. Obviously, Wiley wrestled her plenty, but Mackenzie's not like that.
If Dern does get it to the mat, that's when it'll be interesting.
Yeah. Definitely, but shit.
But it's going to could be fairly entertaining.
Does 3 rounds change anything for either of them?
I don't think so.
Not tremendously. No.
Yeah.
I would think 5 rounds would be better for Dern, just because she has more opportunity to potentially get it to the mat.
I like Lemos a lot in this one.
100%.
And it hurts me, but I just don't see Mackenzie unless she comes out and all of a sudden remembers how to throw punches and counters and shit like that. It just I don't know. I can see
Lemos can crack. That's the thing.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
All right, we mentioned UFC 300. We got two more here to cap it off. Bobby Green, number 14, versus Jim Miller. Jim, this will be like right around 3 months in between his last one, where he took like 0 damage.
He called his shot on that, dude. He said he wanted on the card, and he got it.
Yeah, didn't get
against a favorable opponent, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't get Paul Felder, which would have been more favorable, I think.
That would have been sweet.
Yeah,
but I like this fight for Jim Miller.
Yeah,
Bobby's crafty on the feet with the hands. I don't see Jim letting him establish that and really he's not going to let the fight go. I think Jim, if he feels good on the feet, I think he can end it on the feet. If he starts getting touched up, he's going to find a way to get it to the mat.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be pretty awesome if he did it, to get able to get a win on UFC 100, 200, and 300.
Yeah, another cool part about it, which is fucking crazy to think about.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, holy fuck. I mean, I hope he does, but I don't know. Bobby can be dangerous.
This one's so hard for me. Like, I'm like just down the middle right now, because I do feel like Bobby, he's a lot like, his style kind of makes him look like his striking is less effective than it actually is.
No, he's with that shit.
Yeah. And he's half decent with the takedown D too. Like, I don't know if Jim's just going to be able to shoot out in the open mat and like easily get him down, but
it'll have to be a pressure up against the fence, level change type situation.
Yeah. I don't know.
Dude, he either comes out and looks good and fights really well, or he comes out, fights pretty good, but gets knocked out. Like, there's no in between.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's been knocked out a fair few times here. So,
and old man Jim is fucking cracking right now, boys.
Yeah. It's hard for me to picture Bobby in there talking shit to Jim Miller.
I know. I literally was just fucking picturing that. I'm like, we're literally going to see Bobby Green go in there and just try to talk shit to Jim Miller. He's going to do it. You know he is.
Oh, yeah. He's going to run his mouth and
he'll probably be respectful after the fact, regardless of who wins. But still, just the fact that I know he is going to do it, it's going to piss me off.
I don't know. I think I'm going with Jim, although I think my money side would tell me to pick Bobby, but I think I'm going with Jim.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not factoring in the Jalen Turner fight that much into this, aside from, maybe some damage on his chin, but like, as far as stylistically and him getting caught by Jalen Turner, that means nothing to me for this, because Jim's completely different.
Yeah.
And not near as good on the feet. So, yeah.
I don't know, man. Jim, he like you said, he just fought, took 0 damage. He's rolling right into another quick little camp, and he's going to fucking get it done.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I'll bet you more Monopoly money on that one.
What?
I'll bet you more Monopoly money on that one.
I want Jim to do it. My money's on Jim.
I thought you said your money's on Bobby.
Yeah, money side's on Bobby.
I said that I would probably normally my money would put me to Bobby's side, but I want Jim to win, so I'm going with Jim.
Always bet with your bias involved. Always.
Bet with your heart.
Yeah.
Not your mind.
All right. Last one here. And if you're wondering, the reason that this is last is because it was just the order that these were announced in. So, most recent addition to UFC 300 at the time of this recording, for the ultra important BMF belt, Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway at lightweight. And this is kind of just, we need a name on 300. Well, two names, but in Gaethje's case, we need a name on 300 and we need to keep him busy.
Yeah.
Okay, so for this one, I appreciate Max for taking this, but I do not see it being. I see it. It's going to be a long night for old Blessed.
Or short.
Short in the fight, but long over the whole night.
I don't know. Like I've said this several times, I think Gaethje is going to be the first one to put Max down. I mean, obviously, it's not good for either of their brains that have been through hell. But I mean, I don't know. Gaethje has just this power that, and he's a good striker. He can box. You know, he's boxed with the best of them. He can kick your damn head off. He can do all sorts of shit.
I want to see the old school leg kick Gaethje come back.
Yeah, you know that slow Max down. You know, with his pressure.
Exactly.
You know,
Max is not going to check him.
No, exactly.
No.
Yeah.
Now Max did hang in there pretty good for 5 rounds against Dustin and ate some big shots.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Gaethje, not even because of the last fight, but I think Gaethje hits harder than Dustin, honestly.
I was getting ready to say that too. I think he does hit slightly harder than Dustin, and I don't think he's going to be able to take as many punches from. Now, given Dustin's more of a volume guy, and he'll probably, you know, over a 5-round fight, if Max doesn't get finished, Dustin will have probably hit him more than Justin will.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's going to matter a whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think, I don't know. I mean, Max, he continues. He's just kind of like the ageless wonder at this point. But like you mentioned with Dustin, it just seems like up a weight class. These guys they have too much thud.
Yeah, the size, the weight difference was too much for Max, I think, dude. It's just, there's some big boys up there. I mean, they suck a lot of weight, and it showed in that fight, I think.
And I don't picture Max having like a big speed advantage either. Like you'd think maybe the smaller guy going up rely on the speed a little bit, which he may be a touch faster than Gaethje, but I'm not really seeing that either.
That's the thing, man. When these guys move up like one weight class, like it's kind of across the board. It seems like they're not really much faster or as fast as what you would think compared to whoever they're fighting in that weight division.
Yeah, and I also don't see Max really hurting Gaethje with a whole lot. I mean, he could obviously, anybody can knock anybody out, but I don't think Max's style is gonna really wobble Gaethje or anything.
He's gonna smile and just keep trucking forward and eat everything and give even more back.
Yeah,
I could see it. I mean, again, there's times you count Max out and he finds a fucking way, but I don't know. I think this, I just don't see it happening in this one.
I don't want to offend anybody, but I would like to see Max get knocked out. Because that guy, I just continue to not really like him that much.
I don't know why he bugs you so much. I mean, I'm not like a massive fan, but I don't dislike the guy.
It's his voice, first of all, and second of all, I just don't love his style with it's just touch, straight, no kicks, no grappling, and also the fact that he's relied on his toughness for so long. Like it's not like that's a skill,
right?
He's just relied on it, and it
catches up to everybody. So I don't know. This might be it.
Yeah,
those two fights right there, they kind of spiced up 300 pretty good, though.
Yeah, should we run through 300 really quick and then get out of here because we've been on here forever?
Yeah.
All right, UFC 300. We'll see if we think it's caught up to 299 yet. Leon Bilal, Gaethje Max, Yuri Rakic, Oliveira Sarukian, Wiley and Yan Xiaonan as of right now is like not the co-main.
Oh, it's not?
I mean, on here it's like the first fucking main card, which probably isn't right, but Calvin Cater, Aljo, Bo Nickel, Brundage, Fig, and Cody Garbrandt, Bobby Green, Jim Miller.
I think we're knocking on the door of 299. I think it's pretty close now.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
The Wei Lee fight, I know it's going to be good. That's a good fight. They're both tough as shit, but I don't know if you can let that co-main. I think you need a one more big boy for the co-main, and then
it'd be on there right now. They had Tapology had Gaethje co-main.
Oh, for the BMF, and then they'll make that probably because it's a title fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe third to last, I guess.
Oh, I completely forgot about the BMF shit.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all. We've been on over an hour. That's the matchups from today, which is Wednesday, January 17th, and all the way back to January 10th. And so, let us know if you have any picks for any of those fights. Which fights you like? What's better card right now? 299 or 300? Let us know in the comments. And
Sure.
at HOR Podcast, Instagram, at Hungover Handwrite, TikTok, and like and subscribe. You guys got anything else?
Mario Yamasa.
Everybody.
We'll see you guys next time. Thanks.
Peace.
Later.